All right, excellent news here. Um, this is an update on a series that I said I would make my last video in this series. But I said that there might be occasional updates to it later on. So this is an occasional update to the series of building a sovereign cloud network by following the guide written by Louis Rossmann. So this is going to be a while ago since the last time I made a video. Yeah, so last time it was part 8. So this is going to be part 9. So what I've been doing is going through. So I put an informal end to this series. Um, Passwords, private information. I'm building a VPN, right? So like if you see any of my certificate information, if you see sensitive information, that's you can tamper with my home network. So I've put an end to this series, except for to say one thing. I wasn't able to get it to work, which was just so maddening because I had spent like a couple hundred on hardware to get it to work. I had milked my neighbors for their old gear, so now I just have a bunch of old gear laying around. I'm not using, and then a friend of mine, I saw at dinner, and he's like, "Hey, have you been doing that project?" And I'd be like, "No, I completely biffed it." Right? So like today, I figured it out, and I want to make a update about that. So what the problem was now, I made a few changes. The first thing I did, I did enable pass-through mode on my router, so I might try to turn that off. Let me try to turn that off quick, and I'll get back. I'll get back. All right, I'm back. So you absolutely have to have pass-through mode on. It's okay. There's no sensitive information here. If you're in this far, the battle's already lost. So the and I knew this just from my network engineering instincts that you need to do this. This isn't in the guide anywhere. Lewis Wassman does not tell you to do this because he's using a DOCSIS home connection and I'm using a fiber home connection, so he doesn't even have this same sort of configuration utility here that I do. So you just have to go to allocation mode pass through. Then it'll there's only one internal server available to pick through. And then oops, normally it will okay, and then I'll click save on that. Oh, and it looks like it's broken. It's frozen. Yep. So now it went down for some reason. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I don't know why it went down. Um. Uh. Oh, you know what? I think I by disabling pass through, I made it so that I can't access. What? I'm accessing it over the LAN though, not the WAN. Well, I completely tanked my access to my home router for some reason. Or yeah, I completely ruined everything when I did that. But anyways, this is what I needed to do is I needed to so pass through has to be on. But the other requirement is this reserved networks here. So blocks traffic from IP addresses reserved for private networks. Um, I had both of these checked. So when I unchecked both of these, um, it worked. So I don't know if you can make it work by checking one but not the other, but this is the key, and this is missing from the guide. So I just wanted to put that out there to make it clear how I got this to work. Now I need to solve this issue, so let me just yank the physical cable here so that so we can see this icon down here changed to wireless access, and let's see if I can get back into my device through wireless access. Okay, I can. So something happened where wired access didn't work. So let's go back to firewall, IP pass through. That's okay. I can enter the code here. It's just going to be blanked out. Okay. So now I can turn it on to pass through. There we go. And now it's behaving correctly. So you got to select your LAN interface MAC address, which you can see in your if you go down to um, uh, status interfaces. Oh, but this access to this is now marked because I'm all right. Well, let me enable pass through, and then it should work. So I know which one it is. So you have to know which one it is. Um, at the beginning of the guide, Lewis Rossman guides you through how to know which is which. So that is in the guide, knowing which interface has which MAC address. Okay, so now that pass through is configured, I can plug in and go to wired. Oops, and I jostled loose my cable connecting to. There we go. So that looks good. Still recording on OBS. See the cable change here. So yeah, now that I'm in through wired, I can see this information. So yeah, it's BA4E. Yeah, all this information. Once you if you're in this far, like you're gonna have it already. So none of this is sensitive info. Sensitive info would be like the management password to the device, the public IP to reach the device, and then any certificate information is like ultra sensitive info. Also sensitive would be like the link I'm using the DNS resolver on, because that could be you could hijack my resolver, and when I try to connect to my VPN, I would go somewhere else. So, but it should connect now, hopefully, unless it won't, and if it won't, that's unfortunate. It looks like it's not connecting. So I'm not sure if I clicked save on this yet. Oh, and it's asking for the code again, so I'll enter the code again and then hit save on that just to make sure. Okay, but it does look like that it's saved, so yeah, this definitely has to be fixed. That MAC address is right, so I'll just hit save again. Changes saved. Let me check my phone here. So it's still not connected. Okay, well it was working, and now of course it's not working anymore. Unsurprisingly. So so yeah, if I went to interfaces and I unchecked down here, it was working, but now it's not. So I'll try checking it and then unchecking it. Okay, now I'll uncheck it, apply it. I mean, that's not necessary. That's not a good action to take, but well, I took it anyway. Um, so now it's working. So you'll kind of just have to take my word for it. Oh, you know what? It was working. There we go. Now it's working. So I've got 5.76 bytes in, 5.92 bytes out. I've got a private IP in the network. I've got a public IP of my server. So I'm now connected to my home network over OpenVPN on my phone, and it's all because I unchecked these two options here. So I just wanted to make sure people knew that. You have to uncheck these options. You can't have this set up for your .5 interface, your WAN interface. And then yeah, because I mean, think about it, right? It's going to block the 192, so it's this one. Like you can block. Um, yeah, so you can check this and it'll still work. It's just you know you're blocking the tunnel IP if you check this one as well. So you got to make sure that this first one is unchecked. You can leave that second one checked. It won't make a difference. Yeah, it won't make a difference, and it's probably more secure. So make sure that on your WAN interface you have unchecked this, and then you have this checked. I don't think the guide was clear about that at all. But once you do that, things should work. And then also don't forget you do have to enable pass-through mode to your WAN port. So you got to know what the MAC is for that on your Pfsense machine. So that's it. I'm super overjoyed. I literally like yelled out in joy when I figured this out because it's been kind of the bane of my existence. But this enables me to do a lot. Like I can, if I want to go out and get a 5090, you know, NVIDIA GPU, set up like a server for people to use, like a cloud, my own cloud offerings. I can do that safely and securely over the VPN by creating them account, having them log in. And then just on my own, I can go out and have all my pictures and videos during travel and stuff belong to me. If I want to make a video vlog or something, you know, I actually own my files, and no one can say, "Oh, these files belong to Google because it's on Google Cloud, and therefore we get a percentage or all of your earnings from your travel blog." Nope, they're my files on my physical, you know, bruised and dented gear in my actual living space. So I get all the proceeds of anything I do with the things that I own. So um, so yeah, just a quick update here. So probably won't be any more coming. They'll be very rare. There might be one or two. But thanks for watching and stay tuned for my other series.